Hola, buenas tardes a todos los participantes de PweDay. Good afternoon to all participants of PweDay. ¿Cómo estás, Kuya Sinin? Kumusta ka?
Soy bueno, señorita Perlita. I'm good, Mami Peng. Mami Peng, feeling Mexican talaga tayo today. Dahil ba yan sa gagawin natin ngayong hapon?
Sí, Kuya Sinin. Today we are making a very easy Mexican recipe that is a great snack and a favorite party appetizer. The cheesy salsa nachos is one of my family's go-to Mexican food that is light and tasty. Pag may bisita ako sa bahay, madalas ito yung hinahanda ko kasi ang dali-dali talaga niyang gawin at enjoy pa ang mga bisita kasi they can customize their own nachos and put whatever toppings they like. I'm sure our playmates will love this.
Mukhang magugustuhan kaya din, Mami Peng. Malutong yung tortilla chips at maasim-asim yung salsa. Tapos may topping na keso. Muy deliciosa. Napapa-Spanish na talaga ako, Mami Peng.
Oo nga. Kanina, we started our greetings with Spanish words, di ba? Today, our playmates will also say something about themselves in Spanish. Buti na lang, nag-practice na tayo kanina. I will start, ha? My name is Mami Peng. Yo soy meticulosa, meaning meticulous. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Kuya Sinin?
Gracias, señorita Perlita. My name is Kuya Sinin. Yo soy Cortés, meaning courteous. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Kuya Gio?
Thanks, Sir Senin. My name is Gio. Yo soy Amado. Arvin Ken, describe yourself in Spanish.
Gracias, señorito Gio. Me llamo Kenrick. Gentil y amable, which means gentle and kind. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, señorita Andrea?
Thanks, Henrik and Agus. My name is Andrea. You soy Amado, which means love. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Angelica?
Thank you, Señorita Andrea. I am Angelica Grace Sabud. Soy activo y energético, which means I am active and energetic. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Señorita Sigrid?
Thank you, Angelica. Yo soy Cuidando.
It means
I am Carrie.
How about you,
For you.
Rain?
Gracias, señorita Sigrid. Hola, amigos. Hola, amigas. Soy Rain from ASP Angono. Yo soy amoroso, which means I am loving. How do you describe yourself in Spanish? Señor Christian.
Gracias, señorito Rain. My name is Christian. Yo soy fuerte, which means strong. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Jaden?
Gracias, Señor Christian. My name is Leona and this is my brother Jade. Nosotros siempre somos positiva, means we're always positive. How do you describe yourself, Señor Jed?
Gracias, señorita Fiona and señor Jaden. My name is Jed. El tipo bueno and amable, which means I am kind, good, and friendly. How do you describe yourself, señorita Jemmy?
Señorita Jed. My name is Jamie from Pernecte. Estoy entusiastas y optimistica, which means I am enthusiastic and optimistic. What about you, señoritos? Patrick and Angelo?
Like Jamie, me llamo Patrick. Yo soy inteligente, which means intelligent. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Angelo?
Thanks, Kuya Patrick. Yo soy alegre, which means cheerful. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Joshua Rafael?
Gracias, Patrick and Angelo. Me llamo si Joshua Rafael. Es un chico guapo. It means I'm a handsome. My name is Joshua Rafael. I am a handsome boy. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Mateo?
Thanks, Kuya Joshua Rafael. My name is Mateo. Yo soy
cariñoso, which means loving. How do you describe yourself in Spanish? Ate Joyce.
Gracias, Mateo. Hola, my name is Joyce. Alegre, which means cheerful. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Matt?
Gracias, Joyce. Hello guys, my name is Masumera. Yo soy amigo means friend. How about what do you describe yourself, PJ?
Gracias, Senor Matt. My name is PJ Mal. Yo soy alegre, which means cheerful. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Janet?
Thank you, PJ. Thank you, PJ. PJ, my name is Janet Mapalo. Yo soy Cortés, which means gracious. How about you? Rap.
Gracias. Hola amigos and amigas. My name is Rab. Soy una persona útil, meaning I am helpful person. How do you describe yourself, Senor Michelo?
Hola, my name is Chelo. Bueno, which means good. How do you describe yourself in Spanish? And Sandra.
My name is Sander and I am handsome boy. In Spanish, mi nombre es Sander y soy guapo. How about you? How did you describe yourself in Spanish?
Gracias Alexander. Hola, mi llamo es Yeshua. Soy una persona alegre. And he's cariñoso también. ¿Cómo te describirías en español, Ashley?
Hey, gracias, Yeshua. My name is Ashley from San Mateo, Rizal. Yo soy alegre, which means cheerful. How do you describe yourself in Spanish, Thea?
Gracias, Ashley. Me llamo Thea. Yo soy tan amistosa, which means friendly. De vuelta a usted, Senorita Peng.
Gracias, Thea. Thank you mga playmates. Ang gagaling ng ating mga playmates na mag-Spanish. Pwede na tayong pumunta sa Mexico at Spain. Kaya lang, di pa tayo pwedeng mag-travel, ano? Don't worry, playmates. What we will be doing today will make us feel like we are in Mexico. That's how they pronounce Mexico in Spanish. Teaching us how to do that today is a mommy who wears different hats. First, she is the president of ASP Cebu chapter. She is also a SPED teacher and a guidance counselor by profession. And lastly, and the most important of all, she is the doting mommy of Calvin, one of our playmates. Damas y caballeros, please welcome Mommy Babylin, all the way from Cebu City. Playmates, isang pwede applause naman dyan para kay Mommy Babylin.
Good afternoon, playmates. Thank you for inviting me, Mommy Peng, Sir Sanin, to have this time with our playmates to let them know how to make the cheesy salsa nachos. Okay, I'm sure everyone will like it, and I can feel that everybody's already excited to start. But before we do that, let me tell everyone first what are the ingredients to make sure everybody has them, okay? And there's something else that I must make sure I will not forget to remind you. Has everyone washed their hands? Okay, looks like everyone did. Thank you so much. And then we can start. So for our salsa, the ingredients will be 3 to 4 tomatoes, okay? We have a portion of an onion. We don't want it too big, so maybe a half of a small onion will do. A couple of cloves of garlic. I'm just using 2 for now because I don't want it too garlicky. Of course, we have the calamansi. I'm using 2 calamansis for today, and a dash of salt and pepper, okay? Now, for those who want to add on the optional ingredients. That will be a handful of cilantro, a dash of oregano, and a dash of cumin. Okay, now before we start the mixing, the actual mixing, I would just like to make sure that everybody has their bowl of chips. Okay, that's what you call the tortilla chips. You can have it flavored, you can have it unflavored. Whatever you want, it is okay. We also have our cheesy sauce. That is, I'm sure you guys prepared beforehand. But for those who want the grated cheese, it's still okay. Now, talking about the cheesy sauce, how was this prepared? I used a 1/3 cup of cheese whiz, little milk. I put it in a pot on the oven. I mixed it until I got the right consistency to make it saucy. Okay, now we have that, and I think we can already start. Okay, so let me grab my first tomato. I'm gonna slice it in half. Is everybody ready? Okay, now, again, I would like to talk about the tools that we will be using for today. I've got the knife. I've got the chopping board. I've got the strainer for our calamansi. And I've got my mixing bowl with a big spoon and a big fork to mix. And I've got my 2 extra small bowls for the dips later with the small spoons, or what you would call a cucharita. Okay, so now I think I have not forgotten anything, and I believe I can start chopping now the tomatoes. So I'm gonna grab my first tomato. I'm gonna slice it in the middle. Okay. I'm gonna slice it in wedges. Okay, in small wedges like this. You can slice it however way you want it, but I like to do it this way. It's easier for me. This is how a wedge will look like. Okay, and I will just try to keep it in the same form. Just kind of turn it around so I can cut it crosswise, so I can cut it into small pieces. Now, my dear playmates, if you have a hard time slicing, you can let your mommy, your daddy, or your ate help you with the slicing. You see, it is a very important thing to know that the knives that we will be using are very sharp, okay? Now, if you are not very comfortable with a knife, you might hurt yourself. So it's very important that you are guided properly on how to use the knife. Now, some people ask me, Teacher Lynn, is it okay to have the seeds, or do you have to remove the seeds? Again, it's up to you. For me, I prefer having the seeds so I don't have to take it out. But for those who want to take it out, go ahead and do it. So I will start slicing now, okay? Now you can see I'm starting to slice it into smaller pieces, okay? And I'm done with my first half of the tomato. I'm gonna scoop it with my knife. I'm gonna put it in my mixing bowl, okay? I hope everybody's doing fine so far with their slicing of tomatoes. I'm getting my second half of the tomato. I'm gonna slice again small wedges, okay? I'm gonna turn it around a bit, and I'm gonna cut it across so that I can cut it into smaller pieces. I'm gonna scoop it up again with my knife. If you want to use your spoon and fork, it's okay. Whatever is more comfortable for you. I'm gonna put it in my mixing bowl. If I'm too fast, it's okay. I'm gonna wait up for everyone to finish before I move on to the next ingredient. And scoop it up and put it in my mixing bowl. Now I'm done with my tomatoes. I'm gonna wait until everybody's done slicing with their tomatoes. See, I've got my bowl of tomatoes here. They're diced tomatoes. And I will wait until everyone's finished. Looking good, everyone, as you are slicing. Very good. Very happy to see everyone busy and focusing. It's very important that you focus on what you're doing because you are using a knife. And like I said, this can harm you if you don't use it correctly. Very good. Okay, so I would like to move on to the next ingredient, which is slicing the onion. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing. When you slice your tomatoes, you can do it the same with your onions. Okay, I'm gonna slice into small wedges. If slicing into wedges is difficult for you, you can just go ahead and cut it straight across. It's not a problem. Whatever is easier for you, you do it. Now I'm pretty much done slicing it into wedges. Now I'm gonna cut it across to make it into smaller pieces. So I have to hold it on my left to make sure they don't move, and I'm gonna slice it that way. So my next one is my garlic. I've got my 2 cloves of garlic here. Okay. I'm gonna slice it into very small strips. Okay. But if you can't get it very small, it is still okay. If you can get it uniform, it is still okay. Believe me, your nachos will still be very yummy. Okay. So Teacher Lynn is slicing her garlic into very small strips. I just do it one by one because it's, okay. You know, that's a small strip will look something like this. Something like this. Okay, that's a small strip. And then once they cut into small strips, I can move it. So I can cut into smaller pieces, bunch it up like this, straighten it up with my knife, okay? And then slice it into small pieces. There you go. That's my garlic. That's my first clove. I'm scooping it up with my knife and put it. If it's very difficult for you, you can use your spoon and fork to scoop it up, okay? It's not a problem, okay? I have my second clove of garlic. I'm gonna continue on slicing. Cut it into small strips again. I'm going to put them all together. Okay, straighten it up with my knife if you can. Okay, and then I'm gonna start cutting it into smaller pieces. That's my second clove of garlic. This time I'm gonna show you how to use my spoon and fork to scoop it up. Okay, whatever is easier for you guys. So far, in my bowl, I have my tomatoes, my onions, and my garlic. Okay, I'm going to mix it up later when all the ingredients are already inside the bowl. I'm going to move on to my calamansi. How's everyone doing so far? Hope everyone's doing okay. Let me check if how's everyone doing with their slicing. Very good focusing. I like it. Wow, Joyce, I can see Joyce. I can see Sigrid. I can see Jen and Christian, Patrick and Angelo, Thea, Ashley, Joshua, Mikalo, Mateo. Wow, very focused. Very good. I see Fiona and Jaden, Christian, PJ, Ashley, Thea, Rain. Wow, very nice to see all of you slicing and very good focusing. I really like it. Okay. So I guess I can move on to the calamansi now. So if you're pretty much done with your tomatoes, onions, and garlic, which is what I have here, I'm moving on to my calamansis. Okay, for this one, this is going to be tricky. If you see this part, where the from, okay, you should cut across that one, not along, across, so that you could cut in the middle, okay? And you can see that there's seeds inside. How do we remove the seeds when we want to mix it up with the rest of the ingredients? I'm gonna use the strainer, okay? With the strainer, when I squeeze the calamansi, it will be left in the strainer. It's juice that will go to the rest of the ingredient, okay? I'm gonna squeeze my calamansi. Wow, that's looking good. It will give a nice flavor to your salsa, a lemony calamansi taste, okay? I'm gonna finish on slicing my second calamansi right in the middle. Use my strainer again. See all that calamansi juice coming out? That's gonna make your salsa very yummy. Okay, here's my other, the last of my calamansi. And that should do it for the calamansi. Okay, I'm gonna set it aside. I'm almost done with my slicing. Okay, now, oh, so wow, I can see people mixing already. You don't have to mix yet. Teacher Lynn will tell you when it's ready to mix. Okay, now, the basic ingredient will be my salt and pepper. Just a dash of your salt and pepper. I'm gonna mix in my salt with the rest of the ingredients. Okay. I'm gonna mix in my pepper. And there you have it. That will be the basic ingredient for the fresh salsa. But you know, Teacher Lynn likes a little more spice. So for those who wants to go for 3 more ingredients, I will be mixing here with my basic ingredients, the cilantro, the oregano, and the cumin. I've already cut up my cilantro to small pieces. I'm gonna scoop it knife. I'm going to mix it with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, that's my cilantro. It's a spice. It's an herb. It smells different. It might not be something that we're used to, but it gives a very yummy flavor to your salsa later. I've got 2 more spices left. I've got the oregano, just a pinch of it, not too much. And I've got my cumin, and I'm going to mix it up with the other ingredients. We have all our ingredients in the mixing bowl. I'm just going to wait for everyone to get ready so that we can mix them all together. Maybe you can give me a thumbs up when you're done with putting everything on your mixing bowl. Can I get a thumbs up for those who are done? Very good. Very good, Sigrid. Thanks for the thumbs up. Can we wait for the others so that we can mix all together? Is everyone ready for the mixing? Okay, very good, Jeanette. Thanks for the thumbs up. Okay. Oh, I see Thea. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you, Ashley, for the thumbs up. That's so nice. Okay, let me see the rest who are ready. Thanks, Christian, for the thumbs up. Thanks, Fiona and Jaden, for the thumbs up. Okay, so if it's okay with you, my dear playmates, let's wait for the others, okay? So that we can mix them all together. And after the mixing, I will be asking a few of you some questions to make sure you understood and remembered the procedure on how to make our cheesy salsa nachos. Oh, thanks, Matt. Thanks for showing me your bowl. That looks good. So I guess everybody seems pretty ready, right? Okay, Jed, are you ready? Do I see a thumbs up? Okay, I think most of you are ready. Okay, so if everyone's ready, you can get your mixing spoon on, or your big spoon and big fork. That's what I'm using to mix this all up, and just mix it like this. Okay, maybe 5 to 10 pounds. That will do. Oh, I can already smell the cilantro. That smells so good. And that will make our salsa very yummy already. Okay, so I'm done mixing with my salsa. Here it is. If you're done mixing with your salsa, you can also give me a thumbs up. I'm about to put them all together for our cheesy salsa nachos. But before I would do that, I would just like to check and make sure that everyone knows and remembers how to make our cheesy salsa nachos. So let me call on our first playmate, PJ. What are the basic ingredients of the fresh salsa?
The basic ingredients are tomatoes, onion, garlic, calamansi, salt, and pepper.
That's it, PJ. I like it. You know your salsa. Okay, now let me call on Patrick this time. Patrick, what is the procedure for making salsa?
First, we dice the tomatoes and the onions. We chop the garlic and place them in a bowl. After that, we squeeze the juice of 2 calamansi, add salt, pepper, optionally cilantro, and cumin, and mix.
I think that's perfect. You make it sound so easy, and yes, it really is easy. So thank you, Patrick, for sharing that, okay? Now for my third one, let me ask Fiona, what are the basic ingredients for the cheesy sauce and how do you make it?
Cheese sauce are cheese whisk and milk. Mix them together in a small pan and cook on low heat for steam until desired consistency.
Very good. Thank you, Fiona. You were truly listening earlier because I was telling you all how to make it. Thank you, Fiona, for listening to Teacher Lynn. Jed, okay. Other you don't want the cheese sauce. This one. What's the other one?
I can use grated cheese like.
Correct. Very good.
I can
But
use
for this afternoon, Jed. Yes, that's true. Thank you, Jed. That is correct. Grated
Or
cheese
you can
is
use
your
mayonnaise
other
or sour cream.
option.
You can use mayonnaise or sour cream.
Even yummier. That is so yummy, Jed. I'm glad. Thank you for mentioning it. Because for the others who want sour cream with their cheesy salsa nachos, that would make it even yummier. Oh, I wish I had sour cream today. Now for my last question, I'm gonna ask Andrea, what are the 3 optional spices that we use for the salsa?
The spices are cilantro, oregano, cumin.
Very good. That's good. Thank you so much, Andrea, for sharing to us the 3 optional ingredients. Okay, now it seems like everybody did a good job answering. Everybody did a good job mixing. And I think we're on to our last step, and that is to put them all together. Okay, now, just to let you know, there are 2 ways of eating our cheesy salsa nachos. The first one is to simply use it as a dip. Okay, I have here a small bowl. Okay, a bit of salsa on my small bowl with a little spoon. Okay, I'm also going to put a little cheesy sauce on my bowl. Okay, it's best if you use your cucharita or your small spoon. Put a little bit of salsa on your chip. Put a little bit of cheesy sauce on top of it, and then you can eat it this way, okay? And Teacher Lynn's gonna do it. So yummy. If you guys wanna try it, go ahead. But there's another way of doing it as well, okay? And this would be to mix it all up. Now I have a second bowl of your tortilla chips here, okay? I'm gonna grab my big spoon. I'm gonna put my nachos all over it. You don't have to use a very big bowl. You can use, okay, you can put your salsa on top of your chips. You can get your cheesy sauce, put some cheesy sauce on top of it, and this is the one that's gonna make it really yummy because I know everybody loves to eat cheese, okay? If you don't have your cheesy sauce, you can use your grated cheese on top. Okay, guys, you can start doing that now. You can put it all together. Okay, you can put a little bit more to make it really extra special. Thank you so much, Andrea, for showing to me your bowl. Oh, I see Patrick eating already. Very good. Okay, so for those who want to try their yummy, yummy cheesy salsa nachos, go ahead and eat it. So yummy. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed making your cheesy salsa nachos with Teacher Lynn. And again, thank you for inviting me this afternoon. And I hope everyone had fun.
I will try this at home, Mami Peng. Pwede na namin gawin ito sa Sunday kasi medyo tinatamad kami magluto. Para di na rin kami magpa-deliver ng food. Menos gastos pa. Playmates, before anything else, pwede nyong simula na linisin yung mga gamit nyo dyan sa area nyo at iligpit yung mga gamit. At habang nililinis nyo yung mga table nyo, let me do an announcement. Our weekly challenge for today is you will take a photo of yourself and your assembled nachos. Isang tip, ingatan nyo yung wag madurog yung mga chips nyo para pag-assemble nyo, makagawa kayo ng magandang presentation. Yung plate presentation ng cheesy na salsa nachos. And send your best shots to our messenger group by Tuesday noon.
Tama ka dyan, Kuya Sinin. Tortilla chips need care in handling. Just like the chips, our activity for next week will also need tender, loving care. We will be doing mandala painting on a coffee mug. This will be an activity that needs care and patience. That is why it's going to be a very special gift for our daddies, papas, tatais on Father's Day. So if you want to give daddy a gift lovingly made by you, sign up na kayo. Check the list of materials posted in our chat group so you can prepare them ahead. Picture time na, Kuya Sinin.
Yes, please open. Playmates, open your cameras and microphones. Magpipicture na tayo.
Will we go like this, Kuya Sinin, with our picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Bobby baby, of course. Proud na proud. Nainggit kami ni Sinin. Kuya Sinin.
Alam mo, Mami Baby, naglalaway ako habang tinitingnan ko yung mga ginagawa niyo dyan.
Sir Sinin, I wish you were just here. I will really go like this, Sir Sinin.
Sir Sinin, kain.
Hindi pa ako nagla-lunch.
Kain po.
Okay, ready na tayo ha? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Show your nachos and smile. Okay, thank you guys.
Anyway, ang bilis-bilis ng oras, especially pag nag-enjoy tayo sa ginagawa natin, di ba? So today we learned how to make a new snack and we hope you can share this with your family. But before we end our session, we would like to thank Mommy Babylin Roa for spending a productive afternoon with us by sharing her talent. Gracias, Señora Lynn. Thank you to Miss Mona and Abby for the text. We should always remember to say thank you to every one of our playmates and your loving families for making these sessions happen every week. Thank you, everyone, for helping build an
Everyone.
Adios.